you.
Ready to go? Yeah, well, I'm happy with my team. You bring a young team in here, and I thought our guys really handled their first NCAA game very well against a team that, has championship pedigree. Tim's program is, one of the best in the Northeast, and the Iona name in basketball is huge. And they have a lot of older guys. Obviously, they can put 5 guards out there, which was tough for our zone to cover for a while in the first half. In the second half, we did a much better job of it. But defensively, we did make them take tough threes, and they didn't shoot their normal 40% or so from three-point range. But I thought my guys played well, and proud of them. And we're going to now play against another championship caliber team in Rhode Island.
All right, we'll start with questions for the student athletes first. Please raise your hand and give your name and affiliation prior to your question.
You guys are not very interesting.
Yeah, right down here in front, please.
Usually they jump.
Mark Herman from Newsday, New York. Grayson, what did you think about how your young teammates handled the situation the first time?
I thought they did a great job, mostly because I thought we came out aggressive and confident. I don't think we were nervous or over anxious because of the tournament, the atmosphere. I thought we came out very well. We scored the ball to start the game, and we played hard, and we just had to make an adjustment on defense because of Iona's defense. And this was a game where if we didn't come out like that and didn't come out hard, we could have been down 7 or 8 points right from the get-go because of how they scored the ball. So, really proud of overall as a group of how we came out and just attacked right from the start.
Right down here in front.
Ryan McFadden from the Ionian. Just questions for Trayvon. Could you talk about your emotions going to your first NCAA tournament game?
Definitely a little nervous, because it's my first NCAA tournament. But overall, I was just excited, and I was ready to play.
Rivals, Grayson, when you went through your first experience in the NCAA tournament, what can you really remember from that, and just the feeling of doing it as a freshman when you have all these teammates?
My first one was, a little bit different than what I'm telling to these guys because I was not playing as much, and so my first one really, I look at my sophomore year in a lot of ways because that was the first one that I was fully into playing 30-so minutes a game. You're part of someone else's game plan, whereas my freshman year I wasn't. And so it's just really trying to
– thing that you weren't.
And so really just trying to tell these guys, like, prepare them for the atmosphere of being inside it versus being on the outside of it. Whereas last year they were watching the games in high school, during the day, and now you're in it. And so it can be easy to get distracted by who's playing who's beating who, what's the score going on here. But if you just focus on, today, Duke versus Iona, if we were just able to focus on that, then we'd come out and play well. And next, if we just focus on Duke versus Rhode Island and not focus on anything else, not get distracted by anything else, we'll be all right.
Adam down here in front.
Yeah, for Grayson and Trayvon, I know you guys probably haven't seen too much film on Rhode Island, but they have a lot of senior guards, a lot of experienced guards. Just what's your kind of first take on all their guards in their backcourt?
Well, they're very experienced, and their guards are very tough. We played against them last year, and I remember that game. Their guards they're very tough. They go at you both offensively and defensively, and they're a very experienced team. They have a pretty good amount of guys back from that team that I played. So it'll be a very tough matchup because of how experienced they are and because they're a team that wins.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Thank you, gentlemen. Just a reminder, the Duke locker room is open at this time. Questions for Coach Krzyzewski? Right here.
Mike, in the first half, is it just a matter of them getting behind the zone there for a while when they were getting kind of those baskets, the easy ones early?
You know what they first of all they average 80 points a game, so you're not talking about a team that doesn't score. They have 8 guys that have scored 20 or more points in a game, and some guys have scored 30. One guy had scored 40. So when they put 5 guys out there, and it's not a conventional way of doing it. They actually put 5 guys out on the perimeter, and you have to talk and move a lot. Overall, I thought we did a good job against it. We had about a 15-point lead, and we took a couple bad shots, and that hurt us more than our defense. But my staff, Jeff, made a really good suggestion at halftime, and we went with it in how to change the zone just a little bit, and that worked for us. They can shoot the ball, and that's the scariest thing for us going into the game, because if we're tight a little bit, they start shooting like they did. Look, it's one game. You get a shooter's chance. That's what Chris Collins used to always say to me.
Adam again.
I can't let you get out of here without a Hurley question.
Which one?
Well, obviously you're close with the family. I mean, what do you think it means for Danny to have his father here watching him and Bob to be watching his son? And did you ever watch Danny play when you were recruiting?
Oh,
Bob?
yeah. And we actually played against Danny at Seton Hall the game before we were in the Kentucky game, and brother against brother. No, I love their family. When Bob was inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame, he asked me to present him, and I did. It was an honor to do that. Yeah, their family epitomizes the highest level of love for our game. And the father, you're talking, one of the great coaches. It doesn't matter what level. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. And his 2 sons have learned a lot. Danny's team, he hasn't built a team, he's built a program there. That's the difference. That's what you want to do, is build a program that develops teams year after year, and he's done that at Rhode Island.
Right down here.
Mark Herman from Newsday again. Just to follow up on your thoughts about your guys making their debut in the NCAA.
Yeah.
What's the biggest adjustment they have to make?
Do you have children? Or
No.
Okay, see, you're missing out on that. What happens when you're 18 and 19 and you go into a new experience, and that's what we've had to go through the whole year. The first road game, the first conference game, the first 10 o'clock game, all those things. So this is a first for them. And whereas Iona, their program's been in the last 3 years. So there's just nerves. This is, we didn't have it today, but because you're a human being, you can have it. I mean, you can get jittery, you can get a little bit tight. I mean, that's what happens to people. And our guys didn't do that today, which I'm really pleased about.
What was the first experience you had personally in any NCAA game in any way, shape, or form?
Well, it's 84, it was 84. We got messed over in Washington. They undercut Johnny Dawkins on a last-second lob and didn't call it. And Detlef Shrimp and those guys beat us. It's pretty good, Feinstein, for me to remember that. But also it's an honor to coach any NCAA game. They don't. We've been fortunate. We've been in a lot of them. But I don't take any of them for granted. They're beautiful in every way, and getting a win in an NCAA game is fantastic. Ready to go?
Right back here.
Bob Sutton from the Times News. Mike, how valuable is it if Trayvon can consistently hit from the perimeter like he did today?
No, it's be crazy good, and he's worked on it. And I was proud of him after he hit the first one that he was aggressive in taking the others. You know, like it wasn't like, oh, I'm happy. But overall, the biggest thing, until in the second half when we had a bigger lead, he and Grayson had 17 assists and 5 turnovers. And then they messed around with a couple balls. It probably should have been like 17 and 3. But if they can give us the floor game like that, and then, you know, it'd be nice if he hits that many, but just so he's a threat, and he is. So that was a big boost for us.
Any more questions for Coach?
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. Did you have one, or you just?
Well, I did. Now I'm blanking. Adam Lindner, the Duquesne Duke. What makes you the most worry about Rhode Island matchup-wise with such like experienced guards?
Yeah,
that
well,
are very athletic
you're
as
going to
well?
answer my question, and my answer. Now I don't know if I asked the question or you did. Do you know? Anyway, let me start over. Rhode Island, we played them last year early up at Mohegan Sun, and they were a tough-minded group, and that's what Danny has built there, and they can put 4 guards out there too. You know, they can handle and shoot, and they value the ball and play defense. So we'll have to beat a really good team to advance. But look, we're not unlike the other teams in the tournament. Everybody in the tournament is good, but their experience is good. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Just a reminder, all these press conferences today, as well as the ones yesterday and the ones coming up tomorrow and Saturday, can be found at the new digital media hub at ncaa.com/media hub. We're joined at the dais by Iona student-athletes Ricky McGill, Roland Griffin, and TK Idogi, as well as head coach Tim Cluse. Coach, if you want to give an opening statement before we open it up to the student-athletes.
Congratulations to Duke on their win. They're one heck of a basketball team. You know, we try to throw a lot of things at them, and they responded in every single way and beat us in a lot of different areas. I was proud of our guys' effort that we never gave up. On a game like today, we probably have to shoot lights out, and unfortunately we didn't. But all the credit goes to Duke. But I love my guys up here, and they fought so hard for us all year, and I'm really proud of them for getting this opportunity.
Questions for the student-athletes first, please. Second row.
Howie Kasoy, New York Post. For any of the guys, I mean, you guys came out offensively really strong. They were hitting everything, but you were with them step for step for almost the first 9 minutes or so. Can you kind of take me through how you were feeling at that point and how you felt the game was going?
We felt the game was going good. I mean, they came out hot. Guys hitting shots. We were hitting shots back. We just needed to get a couple more stops, and maybe the outcome of the game would have changed.
Like he said, it was a lot of like 50-50 balls that like just didn't fall our way. And with a team like that, you kind of need a couple more plays to go your way to get stay in the game, like you said.
Really hard, man. Just how tough is it dealing with the size of Bagley and Carter and those guys?
I mean, it's tough. They projected to go in the draft this year. They physical. You gotta play physical with them. But I feel like our team, we fought hard for most of the game, if not 40 minutes. So I'm proud of my team.
Right back here.
Maybe for Ricky, I mean, when it came to the size advantage they had, I mean, was the idea to test them to make it from outside, and they just kind of ended up making them?
Say that again.
Was the idea to make them beat you from the outside, to shoot from the perimeter, and see what happened then?
We knew they had two bigs that that was top in the country, so we just tried to get them to shoot outside game, trying to beat us that way, trying to let them shoot the ball all night. But obviously, they was having a hot night, and it just didn't go our way.
I mean, how tough was it for any of you guys just going up against their zone when you weren't able to get out and run? How tough is it just with the length of theirs?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, because they're a bigger team than us, so it's like they're more long, they're more athletic. So we just had to just try and play our game.
Right down here.
Mark Herman from Newsday. Roland, if you had to describe to someone what makes Duke kind of a special team, everybody knows them, and what makes this particular Duke team so good?
This particular team, the front court, the most definitely, but their guard play is good too. I feel like it can be underrated at times, but the whole team is solid, I feel like.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Thank you, gentlemen.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Good.
Just a reminder, please say your name and affiliation prior to asking a question. Questions for Coach Cluse.
Ryan McFadden from the Ionian. Coach, could you talk about the growth of this team from the beginning of the season to where they are now?
Beginning of the season, I think we had 8 new bodies that we're trying to work in, and guys didn't know each other at all. And I don't think they came with an expectation to work as hard as we asked them to work. And I think by the end of the season, they took a lot of pride in their effort. They came together as a group, caring about each other, trying to help each other through good and bad. Like even tonight when certain guys were struggling and even into the locker room, you know, teammates were trying to pick them up throughout the game and after the game. And I think that's what a team is about. These guys have had some special bonds that will last a lifetime now. Obviously, you know, anytime you lose, it's very disappointing, especially on a stage like this. But our guys did a tremendous job getting where they did, so I'm really proud of them.
Adam.
Tim, we're going to try to squeeze in 2 questions.
Yeah.
You keep a lot of this core together next year. So how good can this team be going forward? And also, is there anything you can do going forward to not be a 15 or 16 seed in this tournament every year?
That's good questions. I do think our core is good, and I think we have some players that are in our program sitting out this year that are going to really help us as well. We have to do a good job recruiting right now to finish off our team for next year, but I think we have a shot to be very good again. To not be a 15 seed, obviously I think we have to do a better job in our non-league season of winning games, not just competing in games, and that means we have to kind of get a different level kid. And it's not easy in the MAC, it's not easy with all the things that we go against, but we have to find a way, and we're constantly striving. I think we've had some of those guys in the past in our program, and we got to get them back in. And I think getting the exposure of the NCAA tournament again is going to help our recruiting, and it's all about getting players at, you know, at every level, but at our level in particular. And the more teams in our league that get better, the better it is for our league, and the better chance of maybe someone in our league at a 13 or 14. And maybe I'm dreaming, but that's what we shoot for.
Coach, Roland Griffin had a big game in the MAC championship, and he followed that with a 21-point outing here today. Could you talk about the Roland Griffin, what he's going to mean to the team moving forward?
Roland could be one of the best players in the league by next year if he works really hard in the offseason. I think his game has grown, his confidence has grown, and I still think his best days are ahead of him. He will compete against anyone, You know, doesn't say boo, just goes out and plays hard. I love his attitude. He'll give you everything he has. Good play, bad play. You're never going to worry about him bringing an effort to the game. I think early in the year, his effort was up and down, and that was a knock on him. But a little bit past midway, he flipped that switch and kind of figured out, I have to come to play every single time, and it's done a terrific job for us.
Offensively at the start, could you have drawn it up any better just to come out 7 minutes? I think you guys are tied at that point at 19. And also just when it came to Duke, hitting from outside is one of those you kind of just shrug your shoulder and it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, I think our guys executed really well. Even when we didn't make shots, we got a lot of good looks. So it wasn't the offensive execution. Like, you have to make those shots to try to hang around a team like this. You know, they're extremely talented inside, outside, and I thought Duval for them came out who really had not shot the ball great, 27% three-point shooter on the year. And you got to, like I said, we have to pick our poison. And he hit, I think he went 3 for 4 on threes early in the game. And that obviously hurt, but we still had to live with, we have to help more inside, otherwise we're going to be layup every single time down because we don't have that size and athleticism. And they made us pay. And on the other end, we don't have that interior offensive play that we can not make shots. And I think our guys did a good job of sharing the ball and getting good looks, but you have to make them.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.
Just a reminder. Thank you. Just a reminder, the locker room is open for Iona right now as well.